And another move that has been damn near ignored by the mainstream media since Trump put out the quote unquote racist tweets. We have this from NBC News. Trump administration moves to end asylum protections for most Central American migrants. The new rule says applicants who pass through another country and do not seek protection there will not be eligible for asylum in the United States. I think I was talking about this in the video, but this was a part of the chess game. In my coverage of Trump's tweet, I said that there was something else going on, and I covered the abortion bit, and here is the immigration bit that the speaker and the squad and everybody else crying more racism is completely ignoring. God, oh man, this guy's brilliance is on full display right now. This is written by Daniela Silva, Julia Ansley, Pete Williams, and Jeff Bennett. The Trump administration announced Monday it will move to end asylum protections for most Central American migrants in the government's latest major attempt to restrict the influx of migrant families coming into the United States. The new rule says asylum seekers at the southern border who pass through another country and do not seek asylum there will not be eligible for the protection in the United States, according to a statement from the Departments of Justice and Homeland Security. As a practical matter, it means that migrants coming from Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador cannot seek asylum if they didn't first do so in Mexico. The rule would also apply to many other asylum seekers who come to the U.S. southern border from other countries. Until Congress can act, this interim rule will help reduce the major pull factor driving irregular migration to the United States and enable DHS and Department of Justice to more quickly and efficiently process cases originating from the southern border, leading to fewer individuals transiting through Mexico on a dangerous journey, Acting Homeland Security Secretary Kevin McKeelan said in a statement. Oh, come on. I didn't mean to do all that. Attorney General William Barr called the interim final rule a lawful exercise of authority provided by Congress to restrict eligibility for asylum. So if you see those detention centers, which are being called concentration camps by people with very low IQs. The big part of the reason that we have so many there is that there is no rule saying that they must seek asylum in Mexico, but there is now. So this is actually a good thing for quelling the issue at the border, because it's just the people that are at the border and people who take a lot of the people who take the trip, not all of them, because many of them are just wealthy people looking to get to the States. A lot of the people are also deportees that look to get back into the States. But there are some who are lied to and told, yeah, America got everything you want. America's definitely on point for you. And they're encouraged to make the trek. And be it via an NGO or their own government who, if you ain't here, I ain't got to worry about you. I mean, that's how a lot of governments act. Oh, trust and believe. Your government? Yeah, go talk to your mayor. Go talk to your council person. Go talk to whoever represents you. All right? And particularly if you already don't know them, man, they gonna look at you like you from outer space. They'll smile and, Mom, oh yeah, sure, I care about this so much. But it's complete hogwash. I can guarantee it, guys. I've been in this game for like 5 years, baby. I know a ton of them. The change is a unilateral move by the Trump administration and has not been agreed to by Mexico. American officials were negotiating a similar deal with Guatemala, which would have required immigrants from El Salvador and Honduras to apply for asylum there. But that deal, in a meeting with Guatemalan President Jimmy Morales, was abruptly called off Sunday after the Guatemalan Constitutional Court ruled against the proposal. The new rule is subject to 3 exemptions, according to the statement. The exceptions were for migrants who did apply for protection in at least one of the countries and were denied, migrants who demonstrate they meet the definition of a victim of a severe form of trafficking in persons, or came to the U.S. through only a country or countries that were not parties of the 1951 Convention relating to the status of refugees, the 1967 Protocol, or the Convention against torture and other cruel, humane, or degrading treatment or punishment. The rule is set to be published in the Federal Register on Tuesday and would be effective immediately, according to the statement. It is likely to face a legal challenge from immigrant rights and civil liberties groups in the past. Federal judges have blocked other attempts by the administration to change the asylum policy, most notably the president's effort to deny the protections to anyone who did not enter the U.S. through a legal port of entry. The American Civil Liberties Union said Monday morning it would sue swiftly over the rule. Of course they would, because the ACLU is just these groups, man. ACLU, SPLC, WFA, or WFP. These groups, they are victim centers for the most part. Their entire economic game plan is victimology. The Trump administration is trying to unilaterally reverse our country's legal and moral commitment to protect those fleeing danger. Lee Gerlant, deputy director of the Immigrants' Right Protection at the ACLU, said in a statement, "This new rule is patently unlawful and we will sue swiftly." Under U.S. and international law, a person may seek asylum based on persecution or a well-founded fear of future persecution because of race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. As a signatory to an international asylum treaty, the U.S. has a legal obligation to provide protection and certain rights to people who arrive at the border seeking asylum. But those rights, I think one of the main things that gets mixed up is that they try to extend those rights to people who just are here, who just like come through illegally as well. I'm telling you, there's a lot of conflation that takes place when it comes to, our laws and, more importantly, people's understanding of the law. I'll reference back to the Benzino video that I did that nobody watched. He's sitting there talking about how, he can't do this. He was sitting there crying about how the cops couldn't run his tags. And I'm just perplexed. Like, what do you mean you don't think the cops can run your tag? Hell, what do you think registering your car does? I'm confused here. But let's get back to this article. Administration officials said the immigration system has been swamped by asylum seekers, with cases in immigration courts tripling between 2013 and 2018. But the number of people actually granted asylum is a small fraction of the total applicant pool. The rule said it mitigates the strain on the country's immigration system by more efficiently identifying aliens who are misusing the asylum system to enter and remain in the United States rather than legitimately seek urgent protection from persecution or torture. I'm about to say torture. The move represents an escalation of President Donald Trump's attempt to deter Central American families from coming to the United States to seek asylum. Earlier this year, the administration also enacted a policy forcing some migrants to wait in Mexico for the duration of their asylum cases. The administration has since been expanding the policy to force migrants to wait in multiple cities in Mexico. This is written by Daniela Silva, who is definitely a 35%. Ay, mami. Julia Ansley, probably. This is probably just like a bad picture, huh? And Daniela probably doesn't take any bad pictures. And Pete, you're a dude. So with that being said, guys, I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments. But as far as I'm concerned, this is just another one of. Well, there'll likely be more, and actually I'm a couple days late on this, and there'll be more things that kind of go under the radar while the government, Pelosi and the squad and President Trump and, everybody else is completely losing their shit over the tweets. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff, like it if you liked it, dislike it, aren't scared, share if you, no. Like it if you like it or dislike it. I'm not scared. Share because sharing is caring. Oh yeah, I was right. Okay, yeah. Share because sharing is caring, and YouTube's definitely not going to do it. Sub if you that was the thing. Oh, okay. All right. So like it if you liked it or dislike it. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to catch more videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring, and speak. Let me know what do you think in the comments. I know I'm dumb, but as far as these moves that Trump's making that seem to not get as much attention as his quote unquote racist tweets, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until the next one.